All right. There we go. It's starting to look more like it here. Let's make sure that YouTube is kind of doing the same thing. It is. Very good. Okay. See you on the flip side.
Hi, nice to see ya. Why don't you...
Just the one.
Playing alone, huh? Okay, can you give me your name?
Yep.
Okay, do me a big favor and pick which
Fluids,
episode you want to
smoke,
play.
shape, faxes, stick at, travel, Chicago. We'll go with Chicago.
30 seconds. You're gonna buzz in with the letter B, as in bratwurst. 20 seconds. All right, listen up. Take notes. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. Got that? Until we meet again.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Well, welcome to our Windy City episode. Yep, that's right. All the trivia straight ahead is going to be about the hard-working folks of Chicago,
Which,
Illinois.
of course, is where
That's right. Questions ranging from
Jackbox is
skyscrapers to...
located now.
What the hell? There's your Windy City, okay? You happy now? It's out of the way? Okay. Give me a category. I believe this one is called First Down and 7 Deadly Sins to Go. How does $2,000 sound? Put it in gear, because here we go. Considering the official classification for a group of bears, of which deadly sin would the Chicago Bears most likely be accused? Sloth, gluttony, pride, or lust?
I think it's pride.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? A group of bears is called a sloth, and for the Chicago Bears, that's a compliment. Time to pick a category. This category is known as New Jersey isn't just a way to New York. I'm gonna make this one $1,000. Okay, how about this one? Michael Jordan, number 23, right? Yeah, well, it wasn't always 23. No siree, Bob. That whole baseball retirement thing threw everything off kilter for a while. Considering the uniform number Michael Jordan briefly used when he first came out of retirement, which of these drinks might he have endorsed at that time? 5 Alive, 50-50, 7-Up, or Colt 45?
I think it's Colt 45.
For a short time, Jordan's jersey was number 45. Yeah, I guess with a number like 45, he was afraid he wouldn't be able to break any records.
We'll just pretend like he retired with Chicago. What, Washington? No, that's not a thing. That never has been, never will be.
Open wide and get ready for pizza and the Big O. $2,000 for a correct answer. Flex those fingers, here it comes. If you like your lovin' just like you like your pizza, that is Chicago style, how do you like it? Deep and thick, with lots and lots of sausage, thin and crispy, or extra crusty?
I think it's deep and thick.
Chicago style pizza is thick, deep dish stuffed pizza.
Yes.
Now me, I like my lovin' with the cheese baked right into the crust. Yeah, baby, I don't know what that means.
Schmitty, calm down before we have to pour some water on you.
For your viewing pleasure, William Perry is really cool. $1,000 at stake on this one. Eyes forward, we're going. Suppose former Chicago Bear William Refrigerator Perry worked the same way an actual refrigerator does. What system would keep him functioning properly? A binary system, a valve system, a compression system, or a load system?
I think it's a compression system.
A compression system keeps a refrigerator functioning properly. Although I'm still freaked out by that light that goes on every time he opens his mouth. You get it? Hey, listen, I ain't here to cause no trouble. I'm just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle, okay? That's all.
Okay, Shreddy.
Category, please.
We're watching you, dude.
Yeah, way to choose that category. You're about to take a bite out of a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is shakes more than Jell-O. Okay, I'm gonna read off 7 statements, and I want you to tell me whether each one refers to the Sears Tower or the classic pocket rocket vibrator. As each one comes up, if it refers to the long, sleek Sears Tower, which is in Chicago, press 1. If it refers to the long, sleek pocket rocket vibrator, which may also be found in Chicago somewhere, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4. $500 for each right answer, and you lose $500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds. You ready?
Think long, think wrong.
Let's dance. Used to be the largest in the world.
That'd be the tower.
Major tourist attraction.
The tower.
Radio stations broadcast from it.
Tower.
2,000 miles of electrical wiring.
Tower.
Defines the Chicago skyline.
Tower.
Sways 6 inches in high winds. A Brainiac, last one, has blinking light on top. That'll do
Oh, they
it.
all were
I hope
the
you don't think
tower.
it's going to be this easy every time. Okay, let's look at your new score. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let's keep going. All right, pick a category.
Let's go ahead and knock another sports question
The
out. while we're
category
at it.
is Teach Your Cubs Well. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Okay, you know how sometimes bands change their lyrics in concert to fit the town that they're playing? Well, let's say Crosby, Stills, and Nash change the song Our House when they're playing the Windy City. If during their Chicago concerts, Crosby, Stills, and Nash sing, Hull House is a very, very, very fine house, whom would they be praising? Eleanor Roosevelt, Amelia Earhart, Jane Addams, or Florence Nightingale?
I think it was Jane Addams.
Social reformer Jane Addams started and operated Hull House to help Chicago's immigrants and impoverished. I think the rest of the tribute goes something like, Hull House is a very, very, very fine house with 2 immigrants in the yard. Life is still so hard, but everything is easier because of you.
That was a
Roll me a
decent
category.
try. Okay, obviously, when you think of Chicago, you gotta be thinking Ferris, right?
Let's take a look at Ferris Bueller's Excellent Adventure. Get this one right, you get $1,000. See if you can wrap your skull around this. If Ferris Bueller were able to travel back in time during his day off to ride the first Ferris wheel, where would he go? To the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, to Walt Disney's Chicago home in 1901, to the 1908 Cubs World Series, or to the 1968 Democratic National Convention.
I think it was the World's Columbian Exposition.
George Ferris created his fascinating wheel for the 1893 Columbian Exposition in Chicago, also known as the World's Fair. But what would make a great scene is if you put his teacher on the Ferris wheel. Bueller, 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 Bueller.
Yeah, that actually would be kind of funny now.
Give me a
that I think about
category.
it. Obviously, Siskel and Ebert.
May I introduce Thumbs Up Where? You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Well, now on a sad note, I'd like to take a moment to remember Gene Siskel. Man, who could possibly replace him in that Siskel and Ebert partnership? Well, I mean, anyone with an opposable thumb, but you know what I mean. Considering which animals have opposable thumbs, with whom could Roger Ebert consider teaming up? Any primate, any carnivore, any mammal, or any vertebrate?
I think it's a primate.
Although a primate could never replace Gene Siskel's incisive critical sense, primates do have opposable thumbs. Well, in my opinion, the film was perfect. Superb acting, flawless script, and impeccable direction. What did you think? Well, yes, you have a point there. Time to pick a category. All right, flesh butt spits I'm poor.
Gibberish question.
It's time for a Riverfish Breast Note.
Your gibberish category for today is all about me. The opening value of this gibberish question is 10,000 bucks. Okay, you're gonna have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm gonna take some of that cash back. Okay, tell me what well-known song this rhymes with.
What well-known song?
I find love brown.
I find love brown.
First clue, Frank Sinatra sang it, baby. Old Blue Eyes sang it and Chicago went wild. And not only during Chicago rioting. It's my kind of towel shopping district. It's all yours. Type in the answer in the...
There you go.
I gotta tell you, I was more than a little put out when I heard that Chicago was so easily replaced in the lyrics with Toledo, Orlando, Daytona, and San Luis Obispo. Category, please. And our special guest tonight, Little Red's Riding in the Hood. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. One question coming right up. Say instead of finding a wolf in her grandmother's bed, Little Red Riding Hood found the entire city of Chicago. Considering Chicago's nickname, what might she have said?
Grandma, what a big head you have. Grandma, what big shoulders you have. Grandma, what big arms you have.
Or,
Grandma, what big hair you have.
Chicago is always the town of the big shoulders.
Chicago is known as the city of big shoulders. Turns out Granny was just wearing a new shirt with those sewn-in puffy shoulder pads. That's when Little Red Riding Hood really got scared.
Yeah,
All right,
because the wolf is actually Joan Collins.
The category, a river runs through all of us. One right answer and you got $6,000 coming at you. Pencils ready. Let's do it. Which of the following best describes the unique engineering technique applied to the Chicago River at the beginning of the 20th century? Picking your nose, peeing your pants, vomiting, or constipation?
I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue.
Here's the one you didn't pick. Back in 1900, to improve the sewage system of the city, the natural flow of the Chicago River was reversed, just like the natural flow of food in your body is reversed when you vomit. The reversal of the Chicago River brought back a few thousand tons of sausages and about 742 missing mobsters. All right, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. Taking a real trip. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, start crunching the keyboard, because I got to fill in the blank for you. Now listen to this moron yapping away and tell me what road he should have taken.
Oh man, I asked for directions to my friend's house, but he told me to drop acid instead. Or, at least I thought he said that when he told me to take LSD, he didn't mean the drug, but the street. What's that?
Okay, it's cool. What road caused all the confusion?
LSD Chicago. Lakeshore District?
All you had to do was type this. Lakeshore Drive is known by the locals, as LSD. Just like the wacky mind-altering drug. Although, considering the way people drive on the road, you gotta wonder if maybe it wasn't named after the drug. Time to pick a category.
Ouch.
For your enjoyment, harvest time at the Funny Farm. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. And now, your question. John Belushi was on Saturday Night Live in its first season. Bill Murray joined in the third season. Chris Farley appeared in the 16th season. But where did they all appear first? First town, second city, third world, or fourth place?
They were on Second City.
Belushi, Murray, Farley, they all started out with Chicago's famed Second City Improvisational Theater. Then they moved to New York and were introduced to Victoria Jackson and that goat boy. Throw me a category. right, give it up for, this is so embarrassing, I'll only say it on TV. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Here's the question. Imagine you want to spill your secrets on a Chicago talk show. Which of the following will you definitely not be doing? Sharing your all Twinkies diet with Oprah, attacking an ex-lover on Jerry Springer, confessing your affair with your cat to Lisa, or telling Jenny Jones that your butt talks to you.
Lisa, maybe?
Lisa's the only one here that's not filmed in Chicago.
For some reason, I think LA was the spot
And
for
it's
her.
absolutely ridiculous to think that any self-respecting Chicagoan would have an affair with a cat. It's much more of a dog town. Isn't that right, Scruffy? Yeah, Daddy's almost done. Okay.
Wow. That took a turn and a half.
You've almost made it to the credits, but first, the attack. When you see two words that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, you get $2,000. If you're wrong, you're losing $2,000. Oh, and one more thing to remember. Remember the clue. The two words that match have to fit this clue. Here's your long-distance windy dedication. Hey, I kind of like this. Coming up next, sports and traffic. Yeah, I could see that.
That'd be Bob Dylan. Alright, songs with a wind involved. That's Elton, obviously. That's Bette Midler from Beaches. Obviously, it's Jimi Hendrix. Kansas. Patrick Swayze. Yeah, that's Spinal Tap, yeah. I know it was, I just was struggling to think of the name.
Sweet mercy, you're
For a
like
half
some kind of
second.
machine. Let's check out your score. That does it. Well, player one, what are you going to do? You're a loner and you got no friends, but hey, at least you're good at trivia games. Try not to listen as the voices in your head scream.
You don't know Jack!
I've seen Labor Day. Thumbs down.
Congratulations, player. I applaud you. Okay, it doesn't sound that impressive, but it's sincere. You want to play
I'm
another
sure it
game?
is.
Just let me know. Hey, if this episode is a keeper, just hit F and mark it as a favorite.
It's just a routine cavity. I mean, how do you die from getting a filling?
All right, this concludes this episode of You Don't Know Jack, Louder, Faster, Funnier. If you like what you saw here, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment in the section below, and spread that word. This is Stick and Squeeze Gaming, and that arcade is now closed.